And welcome to the City of Isanti City Council meeting for Tuesday, December 21st. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If we could all rise for Pledge Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Doing roll call, all council members are present. Is there any public comment at this time? Step forward and say your name and address for the record, young lady.
Margaret Stringer, 305.
Can you just hit the button? Perfect.
Margaret Stringer, 305 Broadway Street Southeast, Isanti 55040. I just have a comment about the proposed ordinance to change the car wash into a used car lot. Would that be the time to talk about it?
Absolutely. It's not on the agenda, so you're more than welcome.
Oh,
I would like to make mention, though, that that item is at a public hearing on Planning Commission, which is the meeting following this meeting, where the comments will be taken specifically for that. You can share here as well, but that would be the place to comment or to wait for that meeting.
okay.
I say share it at both. What do you got?
All right, well, my issue is the fact that I live across the street, and since we put in the hotel, my property value's gone down $20,000. My taxes have gone down all of $7, which the hotel, the person prior to you, said would reduce our taxes. But having a used car lot across the street is gonna devalue my property more. It's gonna be more noise, more traffic in that area, and I would prefer not to have it there.
So noted.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Please don't go nowhere, though. Stay for the Planning Commission, too. Any other comment? None at this time. Do I have, we did change some items on the agenda, Ms. Wood?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This evening we do have a change on the agenda. We are adding Proclamation, Commendation, Certificates, Awards, Section F, adding 2, Recognition of Isanti Lions for Isanti County Christmas Project. They are celebrating their 40th anniversary on that. And then adding number 3, Remembering Fallen Officer Marshall Frank Dolan. Then we also are removing item K1, the interview for the applicant for the Park Rec and Culture Board seat. That's moved to the next January council meeting, and renumbering the subsequent K items.
So the reason for that is if he interviewed for that Park and Rec position, he would literally have to do it in January again. So why do that to him when we'll just wait until January?
Good thought.
That was Ms. Wood's thought. So you, oh, sorry, it was Jaden's thought. Thanks, Jaden. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Motion to adopt with changes.
Motion to adopt the agenda with the changes from Councilman Lundin and second by Councilman Burgley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Proclamations, commendations, certified awards. F1 is Years of Service Awards to Lieutenant John McCarty of 5 years and Officer Brian Saba. Did I say that right, Chief? Of 5 years as well.
It's been 5 years already?
I know, right? It's crazy. Number 2, recognition of Isanti Lions for Isanti County Christmas Project. This is their 40th anniversary. Holy Hannah. Number 3, remembering the fallen officer / Marshal Frank Dolan. Chief, do you have something you'd like to say on that?
I'll just mention it that December 21st of 1926, which is actually 94 years ago, today was the incident date. His end of watch was actually December 23rd. He succumbed to his wounds 2 days later. I'll just read a little bit for public as far as Marshal Frank Dillon was shot and killed while interrupting a burglary at the Potato Warehouse. Those are the Potato Warehouses down off Railroad, south of Maine, from what I understand. He was shot twice during the exchange of gunfire with the suspects. He succumbed to his wounds 2 days later on the 23rd. One of the suspects was also shot and wounded. 2 men were arrested 4 months later and charged with his murder. Both were wanted in several robberies in neighboring counties and a murder of a cashier during a bank robbery in Wheelock, North Dakota that occurred on the November 12th, 1926. They're both convicted of his murder and sentenced to life in prison. One was paroled in January of 1949 after being diagnosed with heart problems. He had served the Iceni Police Department for 1 year and survived by his wife, stepson. So we will have that on our Facebook page on the 23rd, which is his end of watch date. I think Councilman Carlson said that it's on Iceni's Historical Society right now, same information, which is why we have Dahlin Avenue in the city of Iceni. So that's where that came from.
So was he necessarily a marshal, or was he a city of Iceni
The
police
city of
officer?
Iceni, but back in the day, they had different,
Marshal.
terminologies.
Oh, it's like the gunslinger days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is the only police officer, thank God and knock on wood, hope it never ever happens again, that we've ever lost in the city of Iceni.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief. Approval of the city council minutes for December 7th, which was a regular meeting of the city council.
Move to approve.
Second?
Moved to approve by Councilman Burgley and seconded by Councilman Lundin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Announcements. City offices are closed Tuesday, December 23rd in observation of Christmas Eve. Friday, December 24th in observation of Christmas Day. Friday, December 31st in observation of New Year's Day. Tuesday, January 4th will be a city council meeting at 7 p.m. And then we'll have the EDA meeting immediately following that city council meeting. Any council committee reports? Nothing on the fire district, Councilman Lundin?
Nothing. We've tabled the joint powers agreement until we can come up with some kind of resolution or conclusion to that. The fire district has been directed to the fire department to purchase 2 new Ranger pickups due to the fact that General Motors pulled their state bid packaging for buying state vehicles. They're going to sell their 2 Impala, I don't know, what do you call them, Jim?
Just duty crew cars.
Duty crew cars. The Rangers are gonna replace them, and then they're gonna be placing those duty crew cars up for sale. They actually have very low mileage on them.
I think one of them they were thinking maybe about keeping, is that?
No, it
no?
was a
One of them-
conclusion.
well,
they're
That's Black Tahoe they're gonna
The
be.
black Tahoe, yeah.
That's right.
They're still waiting on their Tahoe because
Yeah.
the chips are on their way.
I think they got them now, but they're waiting for somebody to bring them,
Yeah.
actually bring them here from
Yeah,
Wisconsin or something, I guess.
Yeah, the chips are, the vehicles have been delivered to a certain point, and now they're waiting for them to get delivered, but, other than that, it's business as usual.
Nothing on BMX, Councilman Collison?
No, it's, last race of the season was last Wednesday. So everybody's taking a break now.
When are they
Track is
off now
closed till after the first of the year. And the Fire and Ice Series is going to be sponsored by the National Guard this coming year,
Sweet.
where it has been the last 3-4 years, been sponsored by Coburn's. So
That's kind of
that
cool.
was a big change.
I don't have anything to pick on you guys about, sorry. All right, no public hearings, let's move on to business items. K1, City Council and Commission's meeting dates for 2022. Ms. Wood?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Typically on this meeting of the year, we have all the meetings scheduled set out for the following year, 2022. This includes city council meetings, EDA, Committee of the Whole, Planning Commission, and Park Rec and Culture Board. Earlier this evening, we did set the date and time for the goal-setting meeting, which will be on Monday, January 24th at 5:30 p.m., so that can be added in there. And staff is recommending approval. We do have one Wednesday meeting for City Council to observe the National Night Out, and that will be August 3rd.
What about November? Why is that one highlighted?
The November one that you have before you is highlighted because the one that went out in your email, different than what was posted online, had an incorrect date on that. We fixed it before we posted it. Jade made sure that this is going to, it does not conflict with the election, so it will be held on November 1st,
Yeah, the election's on the 8th.
on the 8th, correct,
So just one Wednesday.
correct.
Aha. Questions, comments, concerns by the council?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Councilman Burgley,
I'll second it.
second by Councilman Gordon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. K2, the ordinance amending Chapter 160 fees. Ms. Wood.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Annually, the fee schedule is reviewed for warranted changes. This could be, we have staff review it to make sure that it is accurate for what staff costs are, or if there's been any changes significantly been done. These are same that were presented to Committee of the Whole last month. The only addition to that was that at that time, we did not know what meter pricing was going to be, and we did change that to say at cost. So we're just charging the residents what the cost would be, not inflating that. And then in Chapter 76, Section 16, they had reference to investigation for comprehensive background and financial investigation. It was written within Chapter 76, but not in City Code, and we did add that to City Code. And then, as you may remember from the committee, if there were any fines that were previously in Chapter 160, those were removed because they are not a fee, and the fines are in their applicable chapters throughout City Code. That's been posted for the 10 days, and staff does recommend approval.
So silly question, but Chief, is a dog license lifetime? Is that actually lifetime, or do you have to purchase that again? It's lifetime? All right. Somebody told me different. I was like, I don't think so. I got a lifetime one.
You have to send your ratings thing, I think, each year to keep it current, but otherwise it's
Oh, great, so I'm probably paying again. Oops. I'll go pay it again, no big deal. Questions, comments, or concerns by the council? Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Councilman Lundin and a second simultaneously by Councilman Burgley and Councilman Collison. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. K3, resolution approving a final plat for PID 16.125.0020. Ms. Wood?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So we did have a property that was in our industrial park in Isani Centennial Complex, third rearrangement. It was listed as an outlot. We are in the process of selling this property to Special Tools, Inc. That has already gone through the EDA. It's EDA-owned property. However, it was platted and gone through the preliminary plat and final plat process back in 2007, but it became an outlot, and we need to create that into a lot. So this is doing the final plat for that parcel. The intent is exactly the same as it was in 2007, but now it's a buildable lot.
We ran this through planning commission too, right?
It had
Yeah.
gone through there.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Councilman Lundin and a second by Councilman Burgley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Anything I missed, Ms. Wood? I feel like
That's it for business items.
all right. So anything in the consent agenda we want to talk about, gentlemen?
Police Officer Tyler Lawson.
We're losing him to where I said we were gonna if we didn't do something.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. That's all.
Hopefully there's not any more.
So what are we, down, we're no longer fully staffed? All right. Sorry.
We do currently have one, where we will have one vacant position, and that posting, it was decided between the chief and the human resources director that it would be posted after the first of the year, so we get good exposure on that posting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilman Lundin and a second by Councilman Burgley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
We will now go into closed session for the city administrator's annual review.
I do have to ask the public to step out in the hallway, if you would, please.